Hello, and welcome to Zap the Gender Pay Gap, the podcast series where we expose the elephant in the room. The elephant's name, the gender pay gap. I am coming to you from Memphis, Tennessee, located on the banks of the mighty Mississippi River. Nestled in the southwest corner of the state, Memphis is home to the blues, barbecue, and so much more. I am your host, Gwendolyn Tucker.
Thank you so very much for joining me for this episode of Zap, the Gender Pay Gap. I am your host, Gwendolyn Tucker. I created this podcast series to do three things: to expose the elephant in the room, to make it visible, and to reveal its true nature. Two, to disclose some pertinent facts about this elephant that may have previously been unknown to you or kept secret. And then three, to dispose of the effects of this elephant in the room. How do we get rid of and do away with its effects? I'm not sure about you, but I love discovering new things. And when I stumbled upon this discovery, I just had to share it with you. It's this. Did you know that May is International Victorious Women Month? According to my research, what started as a mere idea became a book in 2005. That book turned into a workshop and then into a full-blown project. And eventually, it became an internationally recognized month. So you may be asking, who's responsible for all of this? And when did it originate? Approximately 20 years ago. 18 years ago to be exact, in 2005, Anne Marie Kelly authored the book, Victorious Women, Shaping Life's Challenges into Personal Victories. In her book, Anne Marie wrote about 9 women who were able to do just that, shape challenges they faced in their lives into personal victories. This book launched a movement to help women create better lives and to recognize that women are constantly emerging victoriously in a variety of situations. Thus, in 2006, May was declared as International Victorious Women Month. I'll let you in on a secret that those who know me already know. Not only do I like discovering new things, I'm also a word buff. I just love digging into words, their definitions, the origin of words, the synonyms and antonyms, and the variety of ways the word is used. It does wonders for expanding my vocabulary. I know that we're already familiar with the word victorious, but when I researched the definition, this is what I found. Having a victory, triumphant, winning a prize. Another definition is overcoming or winning in a competition or struggle over a difficult situation. It implies the action of continually conquering. So you may be asking, what does International Victorious Women Month have to do with the gender pay gap? As my former pastor often said, I'm glad you asked. A challenge that Anne Marie issued is to identify ways to encourage and empower women as a way to celebrate this month. So for the entire month of May, I will be showing women how to zap their gender pay gap. Now, major victories are not won in a short period of time. It takes time and effort. But as many of you are already familiar with this quote, how do you eat an elephant? The response, one bite at a time. Now, some will say, I don't really like the taste of elephants. Well, I don't either, but I think you get my meaning. The only way we can dispose of this elephant in the room is to tackle it one bite at a time. When it comes to zapping the gender pay gap, what woman doesn't want to be victorious? And these victories are won by putting forth effort. I say that going after your fortune requires 3 things: faith, fortitude, and facts. Said another way, The formula for fortune equals F to the third power. Faith that it's worth the time and effort, but more importantly, that you're worth it. It engenders confidence. 2, fortitude. It's the ability to stick with it, to have stamina, to be undaunted and stay in the fight. It's a form of fearlessness and a fierceness and courage to stay in the fight and stick with it. And then facts. It's what attorneys and lawyers refer to as supporting evidence to back up your case. Data that engenders certainty. And going after your fortune with confidence, courage, and certainty will help you come back victorious because since you work hard for your money, why not take home all of it? Now, going after your fortune is also going to take and require taking calculated risk, which is a chance taken after careful consideration of the probable outcome. It means that going after your fortune is worth it. It is a decision made when the rewards of an action outweigh the risk, that there is a sense that you will gain more than you lose in going after what you want. This term, calculated, means that it's planned with forethought. And so it's very important that we do lay out our plan ahead of time. And this concept of calculated risk, it dates back to World War II when military leaders would estimate the cost of failure of a military action and weigh it against the possible rewards if the mission is successful. And so taking a calculated risk means that your actions will be planned with forethought and that the outcome will be successful. Now, in essence, going after and eradicating this gender pay gap, it means war. Because according to my research, the female to male earnings ratio has remained in the 80 to 83% range since 2004. Said another way, women have been earning 82 cents on the dollar on average compared to what males earn for almost 20 years. Can you imagine how much purchasing power women have forfeited during that time? In essence, women have been victimized or been a victim of the gender pay gap, but armed with confidence, with courage, and with certainty, you can emerge victorious over it and not remain a victim of it. During International Victorious Women Month, I'm calling for victorious women. My hope is that you will see yourself counted in that number as one who will forge ahead to make a night and day difference in your life by increasing your pay and closing your gender pay gap. Despite and amid the hardship you face, may you muster up the courage to take steps toward zapping your gender pay gap. I saw this quote on an interview with Dion Osborne. It was on PBS NewsHour. Dion is the managing editor of the Black Wall Street Times, and this was printed on the front of his shirt. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. And so facing the fact that the gender pay gap exists is the first step in eradicating and closing this gap. I love this song by Anita Baker and the Winans. The title is Ain't No Need to Worry. Now, it's not grammatically correct, but it sure does sound good. Here are some phrases from the song that really stand out to me. There are some things that we can change. You can run this race. You can be the winner, take your prize, and go home. During the month of May, I'm calling for some victorious women. Will you be one who answers the call? I do hope you will join me next time as I disclose how you can emerge victorious over this thing called the gender pay gap. Since you work so hard for your money, you might as well take home all of it. Thanks so much for listening. See you next Wednesday at noon Central Standard Time for the next episode of Zap, the Gender Pay Gap. Until next time, be well.
Thank you for joining me for this episode of Zap, the Gender Pay Gap. Please rate, review, and subscribe to or follow me wherever you get your favorite podcast. I am your host, Gwendolyn Tucker. Thanks so much for listening. See you next time.